This is lesson number 3, and we're going to be talking about the embrace. The embrace in tango is obviously very important, and there are many different ways to embrace. When you first start out, most of the tango classes you'll take will obviously start you in the practice embrace. And the practice embrace is good because it sets up a boundary or a framework for you to understand the connection between you and your partner. So if we go in the practice embrace between me and Rob, I'm going to hold Rob underneath his arms as I lead. He's going to be on the top right here. The reason why a lot of instructors use the practice embrace, again, is because there is so much connection here that you can feel that you don't need a lot to shift back and forth like this. And so in this embrace, it's kind of a nice way to establish this connection, linking our arms in this way, and having a more symmetrical embrace, practice embrace. As you move forward, the practice embrace, you won't use it anywhere except for class. Because when you go to a social event, no one really dances in practice embrace. No one. What most people are going to do is either an open embrace or a close embrace. When you first start out, you're going to want to start in the open embrace because it's somewhat similar to the practice embrace because of the relative distance. Now, the only difference between the practice embrace, which as I lead, I'm just holding underneath like this, the practice embrace is now going to form it's not going to be a symmetrical embrace anymore, but rather my left arm will be held up like this and holding my partner's hand, and my right arm will go around as such. So if we demonstrate the regular embrace, I guess Rob can do it, probably should show you better. This would be the regular embrace. So Rob's right arm is here, goes around and supports my back, and then we lock our palms here in this fashion right here. I always thought, like, what is the proper height on where to hold? Like, where do you put this arm? It's a very interesting question, and one that we can't really answer for yourself. It's something that you find in time because you'll find the more relaxed position. If he holds up, it's not necessarily a bad thing. We just want to avoid the shoulder going up. So again, it's where you feel the most comfortable, where you feel that you're not holding a lot of tension or rising up in any certain way. And that's pretty much what's going to be the best height for you in this fashion. This other one, the right arm that Rob has as he's leading, is also going to be another one where we can't really tell you where, because that's also going to depend on how long your arms are, you know, the partner you're dancing with, and so that's going to vary. But he's trying to hold the center of my back, but again, that's going to vary depending on the partner you have and and how relaxed or comfortable you are. A lot of people hold tension up, and we don't want to hold tension up. Anything, we want to relax down. We want to relax our shoulders down and our elbows down. Why the tango embrace is so important in this dance is because it is the third and fourth points of contact. Obviously, the first 2 points of contact is you yourself with the floor, right? Meaning where our weight is and usually where your feet are. Points of contact on the floor. The next points of contact with my partner, because obviously if I can be connected to the floor, that's 2 points of contact. The other 2 points of contact is going to be here with our hands. And so that's what makes it so important. If I want to send an impulse to Rob, so saying like I'm leading Rob in the practice embrace, in order for him to feel the change of weight, there are these points of contact. But by no means am I using this as a leading mechanism, but it is a point of reference. But you can see, even if I let go and touch just my index fingers, we can still find ways to move together. It is not about locking this position, but we do keep the distance here. So when you're first starting out, if there's those of you who are out there who are trying tango for the very first time, this distance between us, this boundary that we have, is very important because this boundary allows us to connect. if I break this boundary, it is hard for me to connect with my partner. Now, of course, there are going to be times where we do break this thing when we dance, but in the beginning, you're going to want to make sure you have this nice boundary to work with until you can learn the rules and break the rules in that shape or fashion. The embrace, it is one of those things where you're going to have to try to find the balance between having a boundary and being relaxed. And that's going to be very hard when you're first starting out, because you want to be able to have the embrace, but you want to be able to have the embrace breathe, expand. If you're trying this out and you try the tango embrace like this, so I'm going to embrace Rob as I lead here, for example. Eventually, we want to be able to have this fluidity in our embrace that moves. It's not some rigid thing that's fixed or permanent. It's something that adapts. It's malleable. It moves around. And so, in this dance, one of the best things is the embrace, because it connects with our partner and it is this hugging feeling. So you're going to have a lot of instructors in your time. If you dance tango and you want to pursue this further, there's going to be a lot of instructors that will tell you the embrace should feel just like an extended hug. And they are right. It should feel that way. When you hug somebody, you are giving yourself to that person, right? You are giving your embrace to that person, and they are also giving their embrace to you. And so it's a kind of this symmetrical thing. If I give my embrace to Rob and Rob gives his embrace to me, we complete this circle of the thing that we call an embrace. And so if you think about the hug, it is not a hug where it's closed in, but rather it does expand outward. Our embrace doesn't close or lock in, but rather expands outward. The best things that you can do is to create the boundary, but try to find the balance between relaxed and still having a form or shape, but a form or shape that is willing to bend and be malleable to any situation that's needed in the dance. I don't know if you had anything to add to that, Rob?
Yeah, like there's a few things I want to add. One is, especially in this part of the embrace here, for me, what I actually look for is the wrist. My partner's wrist is comfortable, because many times people will do this and it's very uncomfortable. So I want to make sure that the wrist is straight and it's relaxed in there. The other thing is to engage the back so that there's some bit of a frame. So I think about almost like doing a lat pull down, so I kind of engage my lat. So one way I do that, and was taught to me, makes it a lot easier, is in this embrace, I'm just trying to push my elbows a slightly bit to the ground, and that will help me engage my back. And that's what I have to add.
Yeah, the idea of engaging your lats seems very counterintuitive because we are leaning forward. But note that it's almost like I want to reach past my partner to use my lat muscle. It's this extended embrace. And so for a lot of the experienced people that are watching this, when you have your embrace, note that especially when you're more open, that you want to have a little bit of forward presence in the embrace. It shouldn't be neutral and dead. There has to be a forward presence so we can work with that as we move. Because otherwise, a neutral embrace, you would think, oh, it should be relaxed and soft. Yes, but you should still have a presence that goes forward, right? Because we both need to use that presence that goes forward in order to move together. I hope you try tango, because the embrace is really what makes this dance very special. And walking within the embrace, once you learn that and master the walk, it's one of the best feelings in the dance. And so I hope you take part in trying tango and learning the embrace, or in trying to embrace other people, because you will learn a lot about yourself and you will learn a lot about other people. But thank you so much, and this has been part 3, which is the embrace, tango in 10 minutes.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Left Foot, Right Foot.
We appreciate your support, and make sure you click that subscribe button and that like button. It really helps with the algorithm, and also you receive all our latest updates. Thank you.